Tech giant Apple has been an ever-present name in our lives for the past couple of decades now. The brainchild of tech genius Steve Jobs has grown over the years to become one of the biggest companies in the entire world. With such success, surely Apple needed a headquarters which reflected their achievements. In this video, we're going to give you a brief look at the day in the life inside Apple's headquarters. But before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notifications. Let's begin. What seems like an enormous spaceship parked within the lush flats of Cupertino, California, is really tech giant Apple's new HQ, fittingly named the Apple Park. This stunning architectural sprawls over 176 acres of land and might just be one of the most stunning campuses within the world. Despite its incredibly futuristic looks, the Apple Park has been under development for a long time, with Steve Jobs first announcing the project way back in 2006. It took 8 years of painstakingly designing, proposals, and permit applications, but by 2014, construction was well underway, and by 2017, the vast Apple workforce was already beginning to move in. The total number of employees had become 1,200 by 2017, and the 4-story, 2,800,000 square foot building began to feel more like home for Apple. The massive ring-shaped building is now an iconic symbol of the Apple brand, and maybe a fantastic testament to the company's dedication to effortless design, sustainability, and therefore the way forward for technology. It is not only very futuristic, but also immensely eco-friendly. Steve Jobs required that the campus be more like a nature refuge than an office. So some 80% of the Apple Park is green space. It has been planted with drought-resistant trees and indigenous plants. Large orchards dot the property to provide fuel for the cafeterias. The roof is covered in solar panels, which give approximately 75% of the campus's power needs. The building is additionally designed to resist earthquakes. Such thoughtful, eco-friendly features definitely make the building stand out. This absolute beast of an HQ set Apple back $5 billion. The cost of the building reached such astronomical levels, partially thanks to the circular design. Steve Jobs himself once explained that it's a circle, so it's curved all the way around. This is often not the foremost cost-effective way of building something. Every pane of the glass in the building will have to be curved. That circular building is immense, measuring 1 mile in circumference. Buses and bikes are provided for workers to easily travel from one end of the campus to the other. Under the building, there is also a network of roads and parking spaces. The campus also features a 100,000 square foot fitness center and 7 different cafes. The Steve Jobs Theater seats 1,000 people. There are also 2 large buildings for the research and development facilities. Also, there's a care clinic for the workers. There's also a visitor center for people to check out. But the majority of the campus is closed to the public in general. Maybe the most interesting thing about the office is how they handled the threat of earthquakes. In a fitting twist for building, often mentioned and referred to as a spaceship, Apple's $5 billion circular Apple Park campus doesn't actually rest on the surface of the Earth. This is frankly insane to think about. It actually rests on nearly 700 huge stainless steel saucers, which guard the building's foundation from all kinds of natural disasters. If God forbid an earthquake does occur, the campus is in a position to shift up to 4 feet on those saucers. But these sort of clever tricks were to be expected of tech innovations like Apple. In an interview with the New York Times, Joni Ive, Apple's chief design officer, said earthquake preparedness was an important component of the building's design. Ive said that the late Apple co-founder Steve Jobs was inspired by Japanese building design, where base isolation technology is more common than within the US. So maybe this sort of architectural design isn't that unique after all. A network of 44 conduits carrying electricity, data, and sprinkler systems is housed in 3/4-inch strips of aluminum in between the theater's glass surrounds. The carbon fiber roof, tested, built, and unbuilt in Dubai, was made exactly how you would create the hulls of racing yachts and weighs just 80 tons. This is perhaps the only time in history of mankind that this has been done. Any Apple worker or executive walking to the auditorium or the fitness center, or jogging on the path surrounding their workplace, could imagine that they're surrounded by nature, whereas actually the greenery of Apple Park is entirely man-made. When Apple acquired the property, which Jobs remembered from his childhood as an apricot orchard, it had been perfectly flat, a Hewlett-Packard office campus. Once the buildings, access roads, and parking lots were removed, the location had become a park. At 150 acres, a considerably large one, The court inside the circular building alone covers 20 acres, which is larger than the whole Stanford Quad. The logistics of making a man-made landscape are challenging. Apple Park required around 800,000 new trees, some fully grown, and lots of more shrubs, which nurseries had to grow well beforehand. The stress was on native plants, but anticipating a changing climate, the design team included non-native species that might better survive warmer summers, colder winters, and more serious storms. A 2.5-mile pipeline was built to enable irrigation with reclaimed water from a Santa Clara Valley treatment plant. In line with Jobs' vision, many fruit trees were planted, not only apple orchards, but also apricot, pear, plum, and cherry trees. The building has had so much thought put into it that even the stairs received a lot of scrutiny. There are so many different connections between floors and light wells that go all the way down. The designers put in visual connectors to the floor in every connection by the stairs. The building is designed in such a way that it is flexible. It is easily configurable, and people can very quickly shift from large open spaces to smaller private offices. The building evolves and changes according to the needs of the workers inside. There even is a historical landmark, the Glendenning Barn, which has been moved and restored by Apple during the construction of the HQ. It was originally just a part of the farmland that housed apricot and cherry orchards. The barn is now used as a simple storage shed, but symbolizes how Apple is in touch with the community, yet always striving for innovation. The main office space, or the ring as it is called, uses only natural ventilation to aid in making this one of the greatest offices in the entire world. There is no need for any cooling or heating for 9 months out of 12. The ring hosts large rooms with gigantic glass walls and entryways. The ring is further divided into 8 identical subsections. These sections are in turn surrounded by a hallway, roughly 3/4 of a mile around. Even the visiting area is divided into 4 sections. These include a massive Apple store, a 2,000 square foot cafe, an observational deck, and an area for augmented reality experience of the office. This AR area is a scale model of the Apple Park, and it lets you view the campus via the iPad using AR technology. So, to sum it up, perhaps one of the most impressive office spaces to ever exist. The brainchild of Steve Jobs, Apple Park is an expensive marvel of human engineering and architectural design. That's a wrap for our video, giving you a little look at a day in the life inside Apple's headquarters. So what do you think? Is it the best office space in the world? Let us know in the comments section down below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like these. See you in the next one.